Hello everybody, Foxy Games here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV full story playthrough. We're in the heart of the creator. And, you guys ever played Final Fantasy IX? Well, if so, you might recognize this boss. As soon as we get to him. This boss is a bit of a clusterfuck of mechanics. At least it was when it first came out. Nowadays it's probably not quite as hard. So, as usual, take out the trash and make your way to the boss arena. It's not too far. Let's see. Oh, the other tank is a Dark Knight. I've always wanted to try Dark Knight. They have a cool aesthetic. Also, apparently they're really strong as tanks, so... Yeah, so remember Ark? The boss in, oh, what the hell was that place called? Oh my god, I'm embarrassed, I can't remember it now. Well, anyway, it was a boss in Final Fantasy IX. And then you could also summon it if you got the right item. I'm going to be spending this entire time trying to remember the name of that place. Oh, you come here. You come here. Albert or something like that? Yeah, I think that's what it was called. So, anyway, don't stand in that. Also, this song is pretty great. Ouch. Okay. As soon as these ducts come out, get into one. Oh, that person is dead. That person is so fucking dead. Oh, ripperoni. And eject. Yes, you're going to be seeing more active time maneuvers now, as the game progresses. Eternal Darkness. Just threw up Sheltron to reduce the damage. Avoid the laser swords. Notice this song also has bits of Locust in it. Have you guys gone and looked up those songs yet? You should, because they're good. Alright, we have to kill this shield now. Now... he's going to be dropping AoEs all over the platform. And now there will be little bits around the room shooting at us, like that. But he's just about dead. Ouch! That was not close enough to the edge. But he's dead. Pretty sure it took longer to get a group for this place than it did to actually kill him. Alright. So that's that done. Sure, we'll give it to the ninja, or whatever the fuck that was. Look at that massive crystal. Outstanding, Foxy. Another Illuminati creation reduced to scrap metal. I'll wager the mere sight of you is enough to send the gobbies scurrying back to their drawing board. Why did you bring the goblin back? They need her. Unless that's Backrix. There it is, the heart of the beast. Only now that I see it up close do I comprehend the true scale of the being. To have reached this size in so short a space of time, the core must be taking in ether at a positively ungodly rate. I'd be willing to wager that it can regrow itself faster than we could ever hope to chip away at it. Which means we'll need to change tack. The central control room houses everything required to operate the Colossus. It's not inconceivable that it might offer us a way to regulate or even shut off the flow of ether to the core. Of course, any attempt to control Alexander is doomed to fail without the guidance of the Enigma Codex. There's only one person alive who can access its secrets. But Chief, do we really need to drag the poor girl back here? What if she falls into Illuminati hands again? Uh-oh, bad things. Uplanders waste their tongue flaps. Quick Things has seen future, true future, and it ends badly for Uplanders. Very, very badly. Uplanders think they just lazy walk into central control. Quick thinks not. All passages are sealed, all floaty boards disabled. Only way left open is here, through core chamber. And when Uplanders come next, it will be Uplanders' end times. Quick Things has seen it. It's bad, Shanoa. Stupid cat. Oh, it was too quick, I didn't see it. Uh-oh. Oi, Wedge. Is it just me, or are you getting the feeling we've seen all this happen before? It is Watcher Book of Backrix. And look, writings end where Backrix leaves off, when Shanoa sends Watcher Book spinny falling from Backrix's fingers. What the... You mean to say the book Quick Thinks has been reading from all this time is your journal? The same journal that slipped from your hands when we traveled back in time. So that's how he was able to anticipate our every move. He's no prophet, just a gobby with delusions of grandeur and a diary from the future. So the glorious bleeding future he's always going on about, The one that was writ was nothing but Backrix's record of the stuff we'd already seen. Bugger me, I've just had a thought. Oi, Cat, are you Schrodinger from the shortstop, or are you Quick Things' familiar Shinoa? Twice for yay, was it, Chief? I bleeding knew it. She's both. After Schrodinger went tumbling down from the Colossus, and don't ask me how she survived the drop, Quick Things found her, took her in, and gave her a new name. It's like they're two cats, but also one at the same time. Setting aside for the moment the question of whether or not that even makes sense, what possessed that confounded cat, whatever you want to call her, to do all this in the first place? I mean, I swear all she's done is make a right mess of everything. Now, Wedge. Taking our frustrations out on a mewling kitten won't get us any closer to dismantling the core. Getting back to the crux of the matter. Backrix, you said the journal ends right where you left off, yes? That it's nothing but blank pages from that point on? Do you hear that, everyone? Though Quick Things would have us believe otherwise, the future from here onward, that is still to be written, and I'll be damned if we won't be the ones to write it. They're just gonna leave the cat there. Future book is gone, but no matter. All knowings of true times are safe up here in Quick Things' brain case. Quick Things' chosen one, mender of history. Truth is unchanging. True times choose Quick Things to do their bidding. True times send Shinoa into past, delivered to Quick Things' knowings of future. True times live inside, guiding all of Quick Things' doing. Every tongue flap, every busy deal, every brain spark of Quick Things brings the world closer and closer to perfection. Guides Illuminati to rightful place as rulers of New World Order. True times will not be unmade by ignorant uplanders. Quick Things needs no future book, no gobby girl. Quick Things needs nothing and no one but own self. Future has chosen and future chooses Quick Things. Yes. Even now, power granted by True Times wells from Quick Things' fingertips. Power beyond understanding of Uplander's feeble brain cases. Alexander, Overwatcher of True Times, deliver divine judgment on ignorant Uplanders, and crush them out of existence for all times. He learned how to use the Codex. Oh dear. Let me see if I've got this right. 3 years ago, the Quick Thinks of back then found the journal that the Backrix of now dropped, which is only possible because we traveled to the past. What with time being a circle and all that. So he had a look inside, and, not knowing the truth of the matter, got it into his head that he was some sort of prophet chosen to set history straight, and that Shinoa, who miraculously delivered the book to him, was a messenger from the future sent to show him the way. That's all well and good, but the question remains, why did that bloody cat start all this in the first place? What could she possibly stand to gain from setting in motion this ridiculously convoluted series of events? Another answer found, another question raised, eh, Foxy? Indeed. Where did it all start? Was it just the cat? What? Are you serious? I'm really full. You know what? I'm never gonna use these potions. My goodness. Zero item slots remaining in your inventory. Well, you know, just get rid of. Okay. I didn't realize. Yes, I know how the orchestrion works. I didn't realize how much stuff I had. Alright, Foxy, this is it. We still don't know exactly how we're going to disable the core, but we do know that our only chance is to get back to that central control room. We also know that there's only one way in, and that Quick Thinks isn't going to let us through without a fight. Now, we can be pretty sure that he can't see the future, not anymore at least, and without Roundrocks to read the codex for him, he won't be turning back time on us either. But he's still a power-mad maniac with some of the deadliest machina in the realm at his disposal. And after losing that book of his, I'd wager his trigger finger's feeling pretty bleedin' itchy. Aye, we'd best be ready for a battle and a half. Muscle against metal, man against machine. Gods, I don't know whether to laugh, cry, or soil myself. Mayhap all three. Ah, here comes the chief now. It's time to move out. Indeed. Let's put an end to this time travel madness. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Time moves on. Imperfect past giving way to perfect future. Worthy or unworthy of place in New World Order, Alexander will judge. Oh. Yes, all is as Quick Thinks foresees. Truth hammer of Alexander falls on Uplanders. Ignorant and unworthy are not welcome in Illuminati future. Here Uplanders meet their end times. What? Freeze time field is deactivated? No matter. Uplanders will be reduced to smolder dust. Fire! Seven hells, now that was a bit too close for comfort. Is everyone alright? A Colossus inside the Colossus? Look, I don't know what that thing was, but I'm pretty damn sure I know where it went. Or more accurately, when, if I'm not mistaken. What we're looking at is a localized distortion of time. The only question is when our metal friend will reappear. Better not to wait, lest it catch us unawares. Foxy, I need you to head into the distortion and dismantle that thing. We'll secure a path to central control while you do. Good luck. Looks like this is it, friends. The soul of the Creator. The final raid for Alexander. Let's talk to our friends. I'm quite certain we just witnessed another manipulation of time, but by whom? With Roundrocks gone and the Enigma Codex rendered useless, it can't very well be the Illuminati. Could Alexander have a will of its own? At any rate, we stand ilms from the core, the very heart of the primal. Whatever the true nature of of the entity that awaits you in there, you can be sure it'll be like no foe you faced before. Godspeed, Foxy. Talk about a narrow escape. If I'd been standing so much as a yalm to the left, I'd be a pair of smoking boots by now. Anyway, we had better get on with securing the area so that Y'shtola can bring up the rear with round rocks. We didn't want to bring the poor child back here, but she's the only one who can access the controls. So that swirling void is some sort of ripple in time? Can't say I like the sound of that. You take care in there, Foxy. Nobody else here to talk to? Alright. Let's move in and challenge Alexander. Here we go. Alexander Prime. Let's do this! That's a frontal cleave that you don't want facing the group. I'm not going to talk too much because the music in this fight is amazing. I feel pretty confident main tanking this. Those. And somehow I just got fucking murdered there. Guess the killers are too busy DPSing. What a surprise, right? Casters, they can't get the aggroed in. Here we are, phase 2. You guys ready to see our first tank limit break? So that was pretty cool, huh? Ready for Alexander to look fucking awesome? Yes, many times you have to choose when to move in advance. Because he's stopping time on us.
I probably didn't need to hologram that, but... Stay out here and hold on to the boss. Those time gates are now opening. You guys don't get to see anything that's going on in those time gates. Basically, remember back when Alexander stopped time in that cutscene and tried to murder us? Yeah, it turns out we're the ones who stopped it. We went back in time and stopped it through those time gates. What happened? Did they fail the inside? The DPS didn't go in the portals. Well, that's awesome. Oh, bad. Alright. Alexander is summoning Alexander. That is to say, Big Boy is coming back. And he's not just coming back to watch. To hit my Sheltron. This is gonna possibly hurt. Oh, I probably didn't need to do that, but that's okay. Well, the other tank's dead, but he'll be back up in a second. And either way, Alexander's about to go down. That was awesome. That is the end of Alexander. Say farewell to the glorious winged machine. Sure, one of the samurais can get the command. I don't really want the toy Alexander, so we out. You did not disappoint, old friend. The path to the control room is clear. Everyone, follow me. The flow of ether to the core must be stopped. Pray lend us your strength one more time, child. When winds back time, doings of Uplanders will be undone. History will be rewritten, and Illuminati will rule over New World Order. Ha! If you think you can take round rocks from us, you're welcome to try. Foolish Uplanders, knowings of Enigma Codex are not known to just one. What in the damn thing's responding to him? Uplanders are slow-seeing. Quick Things never needed Gobby Girl from beginning. When the final core is activated and Alexander fully awakens, its power will be such that it could entirely consume any who sought to control it. You were too craven to risk your own life until you had no choice. Treasure Hunter. But Treasure Hunter is too slow coming. Future has chosen. You poor deluded fool. You never worked it out, did you? The future doesn't choose us. We choose the future. Brutal. Now, child. So the knowledge in the Enigma Codex allowed you to disable the core. Power stores are depleting rapidly. Without a steady supply of ether, it's only a matter of time before the whole thing grinds to a halt and fades away. Round Rocks is glad to see Treasure Hunter safe, but how is Treasure Hunter sneaky hiding from Illuminati? I don't know. There was a great shaking and I was thrown from my feet into some dark, cramped place. I must have lost consciousness because I don't remember anything until a few moments ago. Sounds to me like you had a nice nap in a rubbish chute. But what matters is that you're safe. And with that, I think we can declare this operation a success. So that's it. The Goblin Illuminati is gone. Hey look, it's Shanoa. Sitting up there. Mew. Okay. Biggs and Wedge. The chief says the advanced calculating device inside the Colossus, Alexander's brain if you will, is still running on auxiliary power. See that device glowing red over there? There are ones just like it installed all over the place. In that sense, I suppose it's like the entire Colossus is one giant brain. If Alexander put his full mind to something, why, I bet it could conceive of things beyond our mortal comprehension. Poor Maid, eh? The lass truly believed that her beloved was alive somewhere inside that steel beast. Can't imagine how she's feeling now. Quick Things had a few tricks up his sleeve right to the end, eh? With Round Rocks, we saw the Codex grant its knowledge to a child with a pure, innocent belief in its ideals. Seeing Quick Things do the same, it would seem that crazed obsession is a suitable substitute. Not that it availed him much in the end. Getting shot in the head tends to put a stop to that. I feel the presence of the horn beneath us. It and the core have become as one, forming an instrument of unbridled destruction. If we do not stop the core now, it will soon grow beyond the ability of anyone to contain. It is little wonder our foe was loath to reach out on its own with its own hand. Anybody else? Oh, Mide and Round Rocks. Round Rocks is so happy to see that Mide is safe. Round Rocks has so many treasures to show Mide back at shortstop. I truly remember nothing. It was as if I was floating in a vast, dark emptiness. And yet, I was not afraid, for it was as if a great presence surrounding me in every direction was watching over me, its eyes gentle. Interesting. The last we saw her, she just kinda stayed here, on the bridge. Oh well, looks like it's time to leave. Twould seem our work here is done. Let us take our leave. Damn it all, didn't we kill that bastard? Negative. Quick Thinks better built own body, made stronger than ordinary Gabi. Quick Thinks is not unmade by simple flesh wound. Better built? Seven hells, that's not a mask, it's his face. He's more machina than goblin. O Alexander, Lord of Steel and Whirlicogs, outspread wings of time, let ignorant and unworthy feel divine judgment. I mean, you could always just shoot him until he stops moving again. The Codex responds. He means to return to the past. Access denied? What means this? The red glow. Alexander is refusing to obey his commands. Well, he said let the ignorant and unworthy feel divine judgment. Alexander, junk brain machine, Quick Thinks is chosen one. Tongue flax so Quick Thinks must be obeyed. Well, that shut him up. It would seem Alexander has achieved what a simple flesh wound could not. Quick Thinks' punishment. Quick Thinks' permanent deactivation. Quite how and why is less clear. If I didn't know better, I would say the machine has a mind of its own. Diane, my love, could it truly be you? You were in there all this time, weren't you? Watching over me, keeping me safe. Did it just blink twice? Bugger me, the machine's actually talking to her. So his soul really was in the primal all this time. Chief, is that even possible? The core. Without the codex to bridle its power, its rage is out of control. It drinks an ether like no primal I've ever known. We must stop it now, lest Eorzea be bled dry. Finally, I see. This is why you summoned me to this place, isn't it, my love? Thank you for guiding me here, Foxy. And Round Rocks, know that I shall always treasure the time we shared. Farewell, my friends. Mide, no! Mide must not go! My friends, leave this place. Leave now. Fear not. Alexander will trouble you no longer. My love, what is this place? How best to put it? We stand inside a mathematical simulation, calculated and projected by the device at the heart of the Colossus. One might equally say it is the dream that Alexander dreams. And what of our companions? Are they... Their fate was not mine to change, Mide. All that came to pass did so for a reason. History is as it was, as it should be, free of the paradoxes that spelled its undoing. From this place, unfettered by the mortal construct of time, Alexander looks out upon past, present, and future, seeing infinite possibilities. I see what it sees, and feel what it feels. This perfect machine, born from yearnings for an ideal world. Oh, if you could see the worlds we have seen! A world in which the Illuminati rule history with an iron fist, every nation brought under their yoke. A world in which Alexander spread wide the wings of time and swept the lesser moon from the heavens, averting the calamity. Alexander dreamed all the realities imaginable, all the realities mathematically computable, and in the end reached a single logical conclusion. It would change nothing and erase itself from existence. But why? Alexander possesses the power to travel through time and space, and reshape history for the better, but such power comes at great cost. The sheer quantity of ether consumed in the process means that Alexander itself would, mayhap not immediately, but inevitably, bring ruin to this world. This perfect machine, this supreme manifestation of logic and science, deemed its own existence a threat. And so it chose to do nothing, to leave history untouched, and the future in the hands of man with all his imperfections. Thus was Alexander's divine judgment. A time will come when the fate of this world is placed in the hands of one warrior. For reasons hidden to me, the future from that day forth remains shrouded in mystery, beyond even the Colossus's ability to calculate. And yet Alexander chose to believe in that woman and the light within her. I met that woman, my love. I believe in her too. There was but a single time Alexander was spurred into action, not to change history, but to preserve it. The summoning of the Colossus and the events that followed had potentially disastrous consequences for our reality. Its fabric strained to accommodate an infinite number of potential futures, separated by nary a thread. Were the wings of time to fall into the hands of the Illuminati, the repercussions would be dire indeed. History would be rewritten over and over again, each time bleeding the land of ether, and in the end, the Colossus would usher in another calamity. To prevent this tragedy, to preserve the circle of time as it had already been set in motion, Alexander sent forth a humble servant to do its bidding. A clockwork girl, an eternal child, to gently nudge history back onto its proper path. And now but one task remains. Having become one with the horn, the core is nigh well indestructible. It would only regrow itself until it bled the world dry. And so we must heed Alexander's wish and seal it away, far from the reach of man. A closed pocket of space-time, a fraction of an instant that will repeat in perpetuity for all eternity. That is where the core must go, and us with it. Don't you see, my love? We're already there. In coming here to you, I have closed the circle of time. I am all but certain of it. When I accepted the horn all those years ago, the man who gave it to me said that it had the power to grant any wish. And so, as I took it in hand, I prayed and prayed with every ounce of my will for the one true desire in my heart. To be with you, forever. Wedge. Look at this, Foxy. It's as if everything inside the barrier is frozen in time. I'll have to ask the chief what he makes of this. I mean, Alexander always looked pretty still, but the patterns aren't moving anymore. Roundrocks is back in Idleshire with the chief. Everyone's safe and sound, except for Maid, that is. The poor lass always had a flair for the dramatic, but to think she'd throw herself into the core. It's odd, though. I could have sworn I heard her voice in there, saying the Colossus would trouble us no more, or something of the sort. And for what it's worth, it has been sleeping like a baby ever since we got out. And that's not the half of it. Take a closer look inside the barrier, Foxy. It's like time is standing still. Buggered if I know what it all means. But I'd love to believe Maid and her love somehow sealed away the core for us. Softens the blow a bit, you know. Yeah, I know what you mean. Phew, I'm still not sure how we managed it, but I'm just happy to be out of that god's-forsaken place in one piece. Of course, it's a damn shame what happened to Maid. Hold on a moment, Foxy. She's what? Aye, Chief. Leave it to us. Bloody hells, Foxy. Roundrox has gone missing. I've been worried sick about the poor lass ever since we got back. I mean, how would you feel if you saw your best friend throw herself into a running engine? I'll wager she's run off somewhere the two of them used to frequent together. Wedge and I'll have a look around here. Why don't you search the collector's quarter? Come on, let's find her before she gets herself in any more trouble. I mean, it's no surprise she's upset. She and Maid really got along. Oh well, let's go find the little gobbo. There she is. Oh, it is Uplander. Why does Uplander come to this place? Roundrox is sorry for worrying Uplanders. Roundrox just wants to go to quiet place and do some back thinking. Running out of giant of whirlycogs, Roundrox feels something rattling in pocket. So Roundrox reaches in and cannot believe what she finds. Rattling thing is glowstone, Roundrox's favorite treasure. But it is dark. Even with many tryings, glowstone does not glow for Roundrox. Not anymore. There you are, child. We're worried sick about you. What's that, Foxy? Is aught amiss? The Codex no longer responds to her touch. Intriguing, if not entirely surprising. Were to guess, I would hazard that it's because this experience has served to open her eyes. The Enigma Codex was born from one man's all-consuming pursuit of perfection. Its knowledge sealed off from any who harbored even a sliver of doubt as to the merits of the ideals it espoused. Quick thinks, Maid in her youth, Roundrox, though their reasons might differ, arrogance, youthful idealism, and childish innocence, none thought to question the words within, and so the Codex opened itself to them. But now Roundrox has seen it with her own eyes, what blind devotion to ideals can bring. And she is not the naive child she was before. Aye, it's all well and good to dream of building something perfect. But sooner or later you have to stop dreaming and start doing, hammering it together by your own hand, with your own blood, sweat, and tears. In so doing, you are forced to confront your own failings, and deal with your frustration at the world's unfortunate habit of falling below expectations. Else, there may come a time when you just want to tear the whole bloody thing apart and start again. But more often than not, you emerge from it all with something you can hold on to, and carry with you into the future. And that will do a damn sight more for you than any starry-eyed ideal. Roundrox understands. Roundrox will collect more and more junk, build city of great treasures with own hands. Roundrox has just one wish. Not glowing glowstone is piece of Maid's dream. Roundrox would give it back to Maid. A noble wish, child. Would that we could grant it. But I fear the steel giant, and all that lies within that barrier, is far beyond the reach of mortal hands. Frozen in a single moment until the end of time. That's a fate I'd not wish on anyone. Mew! Well, look who it is. You have a real knack for turning up underfoot, don't you? I'm reminded of the apparent ease with which this little curl seemed to slip in and out of the Colossus. Were it not for the small matter of time having stopped in there, I'd send her in with Roundrox's glowstone without a moment's hesitation. Mew! Mew! 2 mews. Might that suggest a willingness to try? Mew! Mew! It's worth a shot. giving a stone to a cat in hopes of delivering it to two souls trapped in time. Now I think we've seen everything. Do you think those two will ever be free of that place? Mayhap one day, when the perfect future they sought to bring about becomes a reality. In that sense, one might even say their fate is in our hands. Leave it to Round Rocks. Round Rocks works hard. Builds sparkly, shining future for Mide. And shall we, child? And with that, Foxy, we must take our leave. For all you've done to stave off yet another primal threat, you have our gratitude. I contacted Biggs and Wedge to let them know where they can call off the search. Needless to say, they were relieved to hear that Round Rocks is safe. There was also a matter they were looking to discuss with you. Said they'd be waiting for you back at the shortstop. If you'll be returning to the shortstop, I would ask a small favor of you as well. Pray deliver this volume to Backrix, and tell him I believe it is that which he seeks. Till next we meet, Foxy. Alrighty, we'll go find Biggs and Wedge. No, wait. Well, yes, but first, deliver this book. Here we are then, at the end of another harrowing journey. And still with all our important bits to boot. Wait, my favorite wrench! Oh dear, I hope it isn't lost in time and space somewhere. Round Rocks is sorry for making troubles. Round Rocks will be good, Gobby. Play here with Bitty Bobs. Thank goodness Round Rocks is safe. With all the Illuminati stragglers running about, I feared the worst. The girl could at least have the courtesy to tell someone before she goes wandering off like that. Yeah, she's a goblin. Now Round Rocks is safe at shortstop and Backrix is easy breathing. Uplanders have thanks of Backrix. Uplander brings present for Backrix? Sure do. This is Charlie Legend Book from Y'shtola. Backrix has waited for Legend Book for a long time. Backrix has been reading about many things. About Enigma Codex and blue-haired Uplander that writes it. Maybe these knowings will save Gobbyflock from Giant of Whirlycogs, thinks Backrix. Now Giant of Whirlycogs sleeps, and Gobbyflock is safe. But still, Backrix would fill brain case with knowings. Fill page of Watcher book with data. Let Backrix see. Yes. It is just as Backrix... Are Backrix's eyes playing tricks on him? Boy, are you feeling alright there? Oh, you've seen a ghost. Page tell fairy legend of Hutgo tribe, uplanders of blue hair. Many years ago in old times, two children, boy and girl, outstepped from belly of great steel giant. Two children grow to man and woman, becoming father and mother of great people of Hutgo. Names of two are Diane and Mide. Look at hand drawing. Even faces are same looking. Ye gods, if that's our Mide and Diane, why, that means that one day they'll be freed from their fate and reborn far in the past. So after searching for near an eternity, they finally found the perfect world they were searching for. It may just be a fairy tale, but I for one would like to believe it. And fairy legend goes on. Two children step out of steel giant holding small stone. Stone is dark when sitting on ground, but holds stone in hand and shiny lights. Glowstone of Round Rocks. Let me see if I have this straight. The codex fragment you gave to that girl a few moments ago now features in a legend from ages past. That can't be possible, can it? this point, I'm about ready to believe bleeding anything. But that reminds me, there was something I wanted to ask you, Foxy. Remember when we went into the core and almost got our asses fried by that Colossus inside a Colossus? Well, I felt the strangest sensation then, a feeling that chilled me to the bone, as if something terrible has happened that I can't for the life of me remember. I felt it too. So tell us, did you see anything while you were going in and out of time? Do you have any idea what happened to us while Quick Thinks was spinning the hands of the clock? I'm afraid I do. You were afraid you do? Well, that's not ominous in the least. On second thought, how about you don't tell us, thank you very much? You'll get no arguments from me. There are some secrets better left secret. And from the look on Foxy's face, I reckon this is one of them. Anyway, it seemed this long and thoroughly mind-boggling battle of ours has finally come to an end. Of course, there's still plenty of work to be done, but now that Quick Thinks is out of the picture, I've got high hopes that Roundrocks and her friends will one day build their shining kingdom of rubbish and refuse. Speaking of which, we'd better get back to it before the Chief catches us chattering. Always a pleasure, Foxy. Till next time. And so ends the Alexander raid set, and people are fighting bad things over there. It was a tale as old as time, and also a tale about time, interestingly enough. And of course you know what that means. Since we're finished, it's time to leave off this episode here. In the next episode, we'll tackle a new adventure. That might be doing some dungeons. That might be another raid set. It might be the main story quest. I'll decide that in the next episode. Till then, I'm Foxy Games, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!